How do I say goodbye to all them other rap bitches? You guys know why we're here. Cardi has dropped her album. And we fear that it was not an album but a massacre. So we have dressed in mourning to mourn. Listen, y'all know what?
Bia was so young. She was so young.
Guys, okay, listen. Welcome to Purse First, the only podcast exclusively about the girls and gays who rap.
Nobody.
Welcome to Purse First, the only podcast exclusively about the girls and gays who rap. I'm speechless. I'm so thirsty to get into this, y'all. I can't talk. I'm your rap girl auntie, also known as Bad Fat Black Girl. I am Sesali.
I am Prince Pierre, also known as Deacon Phipps.
How are you, Pierre? You know, obviously given the unfortunate circumstances for which we are gathered here today.
You know, I am gagged and gooped. A lot of these rap girls were very young and they had bright futures. And
Pierre, I said, how are you doing?
I'm just gagged. I'm literally gagged. I am speechless, but I'm here.
Well,
what about
you know,
you?
I'm in a similar space. To make up for it, I did get an anniversary gift a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? Just a little Cartier love bracelet, nothing major.
Every show, Sesali reminds me that she is extremely wealthy. Like every fucking show. Every show. Like she is so wealthy.
Shout out to my nigga.
Shit.
Yes. Okay, guys, listen. Write us the reviews, leave us the 5-star ratings, subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/pursefirstshow for $5 a month. Support us. If y'all want to send us an email, pursefirstshow@gmail.com. But honestly, we truly do not have time to waste. So we have to just get into this. We also wanted really badly to talk about Mona Leo, and Mona Leo's wedding, some of, you know, just all of that rollout. So that is going to be the Patreon bonus content this week. So if you want to hear our thoughts on there, definitely head over to Patreon. But we just have to get into this album. And like, it's so urgent. I feel like we should just start going track by track.
Let's do it. Oh my God.
Cardi B, I Am the Drama is here. Wow. Okay. So it kicks off with Dead featuring Summer Walker. Where, I mean, she makes it quite plain what she intends to do on this album, and then she proceeds to do it. But she makes it very clear on this song.
She say my name, she getting belt. She think I'm playing, she getting belt. When we get in this store,
if we
don't
go
touch
in this
none,
store,
you complain,
don't touch nothing.
You getting belt. Me and TT kept singing that yesterday. That is my favorite song on the album.
It's not my favorite song, but it's definitely up there. And you know why I actually like this? Because she did a twist on her own shit. Remember, you know, Cardi was definitely one of those rappers when Invasion of Privacy came out to do like the kind of Dreams and Nightmares opener. You start soft and then pick it up. And I felt like she really kind of remixed it. She was like, okay, I'm gonna put Summer Walker on here. I'm gonna let Summer Walker sing. The beat transition, it wasn't like just a complete beat drop. It was more of like a melodic type change. I loved it. I loved what she did, just like in terms of like the production of this song. But she also ate this fucking song.
Starting off with this song was so smart. It lets you know exactly how this entire album is going to be. The entire album. I was so scared that I'm like, girl, we can't go downhill from here, baby. You just, and you know, Sesali is an auntie. I'm Thursday, 9:00. Sesali is the Friday when she's doing her.
When I get up, let auntie get up, please. Also, to be fair, without going into too much detail, Purse First listeners, please pray for me and my family. We are going through some family difficulties at this time, so I was definitely. But please believe this became the highlight. This became my little piece of joy in an otherwise tumultuous week. Baby, I am actually pulling up the lyrics because I think that, what we're going to have to do for a lot of these songs is, address the lives lost, in each song. I felt like there was a murder in each song, and this one in particular was hard for me because let me take this off actually, because I do actually feel like there was a Megan diss in this record there, and it wasn't direct, but there was a specific part where she does Meg's ad-lib where she goes and I was like, oh no. But who else
Sesali, you want to know what you text me some. I think you text me something, but you want to know what's crazy and what everyone is talking about on the Twitter, and you might feel completely different. There are no Onika Tanya disses on this album. That is completely untrue. You think differently, but there isn't. Oh, she about to start reading.
Because I don't understand how you could say that.
Because
nurses, she escaped again?
No, there just isn't. And even one of the tweets that has now gone viral is saying this lady has been calling you ugly for 7 years and you didn't even try to diss her in your rap and Barty in your album, and Barty Gang has barked back and said because she is so over that situation, she has new bitches to worry about. And I think this album, she has so many bitches to kill, she's not thinking about the patient number one. I mean, I personally think it might not be on this song, but I feel like there were Nicki disses in this. Okay, but let's keep going. We'll get to them. You know, Sesali will find them. Okay. You know, Sesali will find them. Okay, so I think it starts to get a little bit specific when she gets to the part of like bitches be doing shit, she lets it slide, she don't bring it up. But when she drag them to hell, Cardi, you evil as fuck, because I think that is about a lot of like, and I will say this, I am not like, y'all know how the bars be trying to defend Nicki Minaj a lot of time, be like, oh, she don't be lying though, and she wasn't wrong. I actually do feel that way about Cardi a lot of times. I really do feel like people do, except when it comes to a nigga, then, Cardi gonna play herself. But like, I do feel like people play with Cardi a lot. And there has been a lot of people who have switched up on Cardi, who have done shit to Cardi. And so I have to just agree with that. Okay, but she talked specifically about, I cried 300 days last year and none of y'all called me up. Bitch called me. And that to me actually felt like she was addressing Megan, yeah. But that kind of made me sad because I'm like, you mean in the same year that Megan was also like going through a court case with the motherfucker that shot her? Like, y'all, as somebody who has been in this fucking industry for so long, these people are not friends. Why does it? Nobody is friends. It wasn't until Nicki Minaj everybody started hating Nicki Minaj, where everybody just assumed that everybody supposed to be friends. Y'all are not. Of course, ain't none of these rap bitches go call you. The Streets was also saying that the part about Guess Who doing shows for damn near free and pockets hurting was about Onika too. Sesali, you got that's insane. Sesali, I know you don't hate Nicki that much to think that was. That's insane. Because I am just telling you what the streets said. I am just telling you what the streets said. There's no way you can get Onika Tanya Mirage out the house. But they were saying that she had fumbled the money from her other tour and that she was in so much debt that's why she had to do the Gag City tour the way she did. But the tour was still paying her money. The tour was still paying her, even if that was true. It wasn't free. Nicki was getting paid $50K for a show with no album out. She said, guess who doing shows for damn near free and pockets hurting? She was talking about JT. JT out of all these rap, or probably Bia, but JT out of all of these people get paid the less to do shows. And she was probably talking about, because we all know that they did the Gag City tour for free. JT, all those girls, they didn't get paid. They talked about that on the show. Sesali, you think Onika doing the show for free? Do you seriously think that?
Who you think still mad about her getting a Grammy?
Onika. I would probably say Onika.
Yeah, because they still mad about that Grammy. They still mad that I'm still popping. They still mad that they don't play her in the club and I went diamond.
That's now you.
That was a reach. The last part is a reach. The last part is a reach, Nikki.
Please.
The last part.
Please.
Okay, that's fine.
You
but
can't
I just
go
feel
to
like
no club and don't hear Onika Tanya Mirage.
Now listen, and I should have said this before we started. Pierre, please don't be a crazy barb this whole goddamn episode.
I'm not in this episode. I am team.
But you started
First of all,
crazy.
Throw that barb shit away. I am dressed in all black because this girl did her motherfucking thing. I do not think anything on this album is about Nicki.
Except the parts we just went over. But okay, moving right along. Pierre's being delusional. We're going to move the fuck along. Let me get back to my notes. Okay, let's go to number 2. Hello, my shit.
It's me.
Okay. I am so happy. First of all, y'all know Pierre and I grew up in the trap era. Okay, so you know we love songs that sound like this. I am so happy that this sound is coming back. That this sound is coming back. And
Doves on the Cadillac.
And I do have to say, JT on City Cinderella had songs that sounded like this with like, okay. And so I have to give JT her 10s because when JT dropped okay, I was like, oh, I love that. And when she dropped some of the other songs that was on City Cinderella, I was like, oh, I love that she is getting into this like early 2000s trap music sound. I love that. But I also like when Cardi does it too because Cardi always has been Trap Selena. Like, that was always her shit.
Hello, it's me.
Hello, Issy. That is my shit.
Y'all, that's like, we know we the aunties and we got a lot of nieces and nephews and, damn, is there a
nieces, nephews, and nibblings.
Oh, we call them nibblings? Nieces and nephews and nibblings that listen. And y'all don't know how it is. Y'all don't know the little jig to the little. Y'all don't know the feeling to like this old school type of music and how it just smells like Colt 45
and Black and Mouths
and Black and Mouths and Uncles on the Grill and sandals
and Black Ice hanging from the review mirror. Yeah, literally.
So that was fun, and she was talking shit.
She was.
The first 4-5 songs, Cardi.
No skips.
Belt to ass.
No skips. because obviously I think the highlight of the album is Magnet. Let's just get to number 3, which is Magnet.
Yeah.
Because in this song, We Must Mourn. Put your glasses on.
We were rooting for this girl. And she done came out here and got killed.
In the first verse, we lost our dearly departed Ice Spice. And in the second verse, we had to bid farewell to our beloved JT.
Talk more about the Ice Spice. Now, what'd she say about Ice Spice? I feel like you just
slow face ass bitch.
She was.
You thought she was taking.
Okay. I thought
slow face ass bitch thought she was taking my spot. That was 100%. About that. I think the first verse of this song was about Ice Spice, and I think the second verse of the song was about no, because I don't even think Bia got like I think that I don't even think Cardi would say that about Bia, that like you think that you taking my spot, because Bia was not even close. Ice Spice though was, and I think that was some of the discourse about Ice Spice, was that she was coming to take Cardi's spot. You don't remember when Ice Spice was all over Nicki and Cardi was like, oh, post that picture we took at Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
I think Ice Spice was playing both sides. And I think that Cardi did not like that. And I think Cardi just did not say anything, similar to how she did not respond to Bia until this album. And I think that some of these shots were directed immediately at
we ain't gonna have nobody to listen to, baby.
Yeah.
Everybody is getting buried.
Yeah, slow faced bitch who spot you taking my spots forever. Ho, I'm like a Dalmatian. Who them Vanity Chanel's for? Not me. Y'all bitches post them shits up all y'all want, but not see. And I feel like I've seen Ice Spice with one of those Chanel vanity bags, but I can't confirm. But obviously, the second verse is where shit gets
baby uglier than Ken
specific.
Barbie.
Specific. It gets real specific. And you know, I like JT. Y'all know I have City Cinderella poster right there. I like JT. Y'all know Pierre and I were so impressed with JT's rollout with the City Cinderella album. JT impressed us so much.
Oh my God.
But y'all also know that what I never stood for and what I never liked was this beef that JT suddenly had with Cardi, because Cardi showed City Girls so much love and so much support while JT was away and while she was out. And there was just no reason for the switch up except that you just trying to pledge your allegiance to somebody else. And I believe Cardi's exact words. I believe Cardi's exact words were, all that dick riding still ain't getting no feature ass bitch. She said, tail wagging ass bitch, bottom feeder ass bitch, all that dick riding still ain't getting no feature ass bitch. And you know what else I'm glad Cardi said too? Fake friend ass bitch, a clown ass bitch, on the neck, kick your friend while she down ass bitch.
Keep in mind, I know every lyric. I ain't got to look up none. When I tell you I know this whole album about hard, it's crazy.
Because thank you, Cardi. Somebody needed to say it. Thank you, because we also did not like what was going on between our city girls either. Did you, Pierre?
I did not.
Somebody needed to say it, and I'm glad it was Cardi. And so, you know, congratulations to JT. JT, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for all of your success. I'm excited to see how you continue to expand, you know, with your fashion and your all girl persona.
Sesali,
but it is also true that Cardi is the first. That's the first rap bitch. That's the first rap bitch on Vogue. Like, I'm so sorry. And JT, like, that's the type of confidence that you do have to have in this industry. So shout out to you to really, you know, you really went for it. You really punched up. You really went for it.
Yeah, you punched up.
You punched up. And then Cardi had this whole album. I was like, people forgot who the fuck Cardi was, and Cardi had to come back and remind bitches who the fuck she was. I'm going to say that over and over for every song. Like,
one of the most interesting takes I saw on Twitter, which made so much sense, because everybody knows the sophomore curse, sophomore album curse. There's always this curse. The sophomore album does terrible. It does worse than the first, right? They said Cardi, that it doesn't apply to Cardi because she waited so long. This is basically a debut album. After 7 years, there are people who, like, don't even, like, I can't even compare it to, damn, I forgot the name of the album.
Invasion of Privacy.
Invasion of Privacy. See, I can't even say, oh, Invasion of Privacy was better. Baby, that album is so far removed from my fucking mind. This is a reintroduction. We all forgot who the fuck Cardi B was.
But
she just reminded us.
Yes, literally. This album was like, you hoes forgot. And there are some elements that are still the same. Like, so like if we go to the next song, Pick It Up with Selena Gomez, right? That was, because I was like, oh shit, okay, I got to my first skip. And no, it wasn't. I actually liked it.
I was in the gym like, oh my God, Sesali, because this is my girl. This is my song. And I was like, Sesali, I know we going to talk about this. I know Sesali is going to skip it.
Because you have to, who can get Selena Gomez out
to talk
here singing
about some shit,
a rap hook, and talk? Cardi can. That, I'm so sorry. Like, that was a move.
She got Selena Gomez being ghetto.
I actually think this whole song was an Ariana Grande throwaway song that Cardi said, I'll take it, and then I'll get Selena on it. Like, that's what the song sounds like to me. It sounds like
Ariana is in her Glinda bag, so she
yes,
ain't doing all.
That's what it was given. And I was like, this is when I first said, I forgot who Cardi was. Like, she's a bitch who can get Selena Gomez to come talk shit like this on the album. This is why Cardi is a chart topper. This is why Cardi is always in a conversation with the numbers. This is why Cardi B, I'm sorry, can, when it comes to the influence on this rap game and doing numbers, can go toe to toe with Nicki. Because Cardi can make a song like this. And she was doing that shit on the last album. That's the other thing that's going to come up, is how Cardi plays with different genres on her projects. Like Invasion of Privacy was innovative for that reason. And honestly, I'm like, goddamn, she did it again. Because Bodega Batty had me like,
I knew you was going to say that.
Bodega Batty got me finna go J down on the motherfucking Dominican. You don't like
I like it. It's you. TT loves it. Oh my God. So many people were in my DMs because I posted, I know I'm a bar, but I'm not even going to tell y'all what I've been blasting all weekend. And everybody was like, we know you're a Bodega Baddie. We already know you're a Bodega. I was like. Whoa.
So, okay, next track, Imaginary Players, which was already released as a single. No, the fuck it did not, Pierre. And when I heard this song on the album and where it was placed, this was my first skip because it pissed me off.
Not the placement, but I was like, it being on the album made sense.
Of course, because it was a single, but it makes me, Cardi, why would you release Imaginary Players as a single? Like, listening to these other songs, I'm like, Cardi, do you not know how to pick singles? Because why would you release this as a single when you had all of this other good-ass music on this album?
And she released, what's next? Because she released Safe as a single, too. And I was like,
oh, I love Safe? What? You don't like Safe?
As single? We're talking about singles because I like Imaginary Players, too. But there's so much other stuff that could have been singles.
I do think for the vibe, she could have released Pick It Up as a single with Selena Gomez instead, but it probably would have cost some, trying to get, Selena said, okay, baby, I'm going to do the song. I don't know if we doing no goddamn music video now.
We ain't doing no video, baby. I ain't performing for you. You might catch me at the Latino Grammy Awards, but.
Yeah, so I think it just made more sense for her to have like a slower tempo single. She kind of didn't really have a choice but for it to be Safe. And she has the relationship with Kehlani. They could do the video and put it out. Bodega Baddie comes actually right after Imaginary Players. Again, I am so fed up. Imaginary Players was supposed to be at the end of the album to slow it down right before Up and Wop. Yeah. All that slow shit at the end and then bring in Up and Wop to bring the energy back up. Imaginary Players irritates me so bad on this album. Like, and I was trying to cape for it at first, but now I'm with everybody else.
That's just because you heard it already. I love it.
Because in comparison to the rest of the songs, Pierre, I was just like, oh, girl, I don't want to hear this right now. I skip it every time. Bodega Baddie. Now, I didn't know that they was making drill bachata mixes. Y'all know me and Pierre are very Black American. So if I am uninformed, if I did not know that no, Pierre, I'm dead ass. I didn't know that they were infusing that like Spanish sounding music with drill. Because that's what's different about Bodega Baddie to me. It's not just like Latin music. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? From Invasion of Privacy. There's like a drill element to this song that is like with the yes. And I'm like, oh no, she's innovating again because I had never heard that shit. But again, like I said, me and Pierre are very Black American, so I could just be uninformed. Y'all feel free to tell me, but I will say I'm going to give Cardi her 10s because also as a very Black American person, Cardi is the reason why I and a lot of my American or English speaking friends knew who a Bad Bunny and a J Balvin was. It was getting introduced to those artists on Invasion of Privacy that, in my opinion, like helped them transition over to American and non-Spanish speaking audiences. And that I have to give her 10s for that. And I feel like she did it again on Bodega Baddie because Bodega Baddie goes up. I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker saying on that song, but I be like, I'm with it. Salute the real bitches.
So salute, y'all better salute them. One of the things I said to myself is this album has a lot of captions. Like, I can't wait to post pictures and say all my friends look bad or whatever. Like, this album has a lot of, like, things that people are going to be saying in the club, and that is smart, especially for this generation. Like, we finna be saluting bad bitches. We finna be, like, it's all this stuff. Like, this album had everything.
It had every single thing. There's specifically it's what is it that she says on Salute that I love? It was another JT whack on here. Shorty tried stealing my style, but I caught her, send me a picture of drip and I bought it. Ice. Barty and Icon, and this is iconic. Made a few millions off talking Ebonics. I was blessed to be talking demonic. I got nervous when I heard that. I said, "Oh my God, is Doja Cat in this too?" I said, "Is she mad at Doja too?"
She said, "Anybody."
I'm scared for everybody. She said, "Anybody could get it, baby." I'm nervous. Who she might be? We just might not know about it. I didn't know Doja come to the front, girl. Is she talking about you or not? Shit.
Sesali, please.
Listen, y'all. This was a massacre. This album is a massacre, and I loved
watching that. And Dad, if you listen to the news lady, she's like, "Baby, everybody is dead."
Okay, now Safe. I know Pierre thought I wasn't gonna like this song. I actually love it.
I thought you wasn't gonna like it.
I love Safe.
Cause it make me feel safe. Okay, we'll get to that later, but yeah,
it's just the production. I really do like the production, and I like how Kehlani is like singing on it. I like the wordplay. I
you
like
remember
it.
her from Ring? You don't like my phone no more.
I was like, okay.
I love their relationship. I love that she went in her bag and grabbed Kehlani again. Kehlani is in this era where like people are loving her, all that folded shit and all that other stuff she's doing, and it was good. And she does this thing. Cardi does this thing, which Sesali and I talked about in episodes last year. Rappers do not sing. Call the girls that do sing. Call Selena Gomez. Call Kehlani. Call Summer
Call
Walker.
Lizzo.
Call Lizzo. It is so smart. It is so smart. Call the girls that do sing. Leave all the rapping and shit talking to you. And that is exactly what Cardi did. She may have hit a little note every now and then, but Cardi did all the rapping in this song.
Yeah,
she
did.
Like in this whole album, Cardi did the rapping and she left the singing to the girls who we know to be singers. And Cardi said there are no female rappers on this album, so Lizzo is officially not a female rapper. Let's stop including her.
And also, technically, Megan Thee Stallion is on the album because why? But I get what she's saying.
Oh yeah, I get.
But I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
Pierre, what's the next song and what you think I did to it?
Ironically, I have my biggest critiques of this entire album is because of this song. Because of this song.
The notes that I wrote down. Never gonna listen to it again. You know I hate crying over that nigga music. And then got the nerve to have a nigga on there crying for himself. No.
So the song is Man of Your Word. I came up with this critique before I listened to the rest of the album. I listened to the album in order. So this critique was premature, right? But I still kind of want to stick to it, even though it was premature. Don't, all y'all Barty gang, don't be like, well, you ain't listen to the rest of the album. I did. So I know what I'm going to say is very premature. I didn't like how she takes it so easy on this nigga, but she kills the women. I wanted it to be equally, like you getting your lick back. Kill this nigga. First of all, he the reason for all this shit.
Like she whacked him a couple times before.
I know. I know.
On Magnet, yeah. Okay. No,
I knew you was,
before we get to this song, she say, "Got my baby daddy acting like my baby mama." Like she had his head.
I said equally. She took it easy on this nigga.
Well, it was too many. She only got one fucking ex-husband. P.S. 12 bitches she don't like.
But this song was, and I still wish you the best. Fuck, girl, fuck you, fuck him. Y'all know my friends listening, y'all know my motto is I don't wish these niggas the best because they had it. So anytime I still wish you the best. I hope she taking care of you and all. This nigga got you out here looking stupid.
Yeah,
I even made a tweet.
I
made a tweet that said I feel like everybody fucked Offset except like I'm the only one that get the memo that.
Oh my God, Pierre, please.
First. But he done fucked everybody. Girl, you should have. I would have been yelling out his test results and everything. You know his dick dirty.
That is not the language that we use to talk about
Okay,
STIs.
yeah.
We
Okay,
do not
that
want to
is-
stigmatize
That is true. That is true.
STIs.
That is true.
Go
That
get
is true.
tested, guys. Know
Yes.
your status.
Yes.
Share that with your partners. Take responsible measures.
I just meant he
to-
don't wash it.
Okay, yes, let's clear that up. Now, what's going on? This is the song featuring Lizzo, and it's so funny you said Lizzo is officially not a rapper because I put shout out to Lizzo for just doing the hook and some singing. She ain't gonna never beat the not a rapper allegations.
Somebody, I don't
She's
know
not
if
a rapper.
watch animated films, but somebody said, here go Lizzo again, singing like she on Trolls. And I just screamed because if you watch any other Trolls movie, that is exactly how, but y'all, no shade. My sister did so good. I love
She did.
it.
Oh yeah. And that is my genre of pop music. I love 90s pop. So the reference to what's going on,
The
I
remake,
loved.
the
My
sample.
God, I loved it. Yes. Yeah, I thought I was going to skip this song because I was like, oh my God, back to back, we still talking about this nigga, but I actually like this song.
Okay, what's that song? Okay, have we got that? Okay, I see it. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so the next up was
There were so
Shower
many
Tears.
samples. I forgot which ones were all samples. It's so many.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Tears.
Shower Tears is also featuring Summer Walker, and this is also the part where I have to inform our listeners. I actually don't really like Summer Walker. Summer Walker has 4 or 5 songs that I really, really like that I'm really into, but she just is not my cup of tea, and she was really summer walking on this song. So I was like, it's nice. I like the beat. Great background music, but not for me.
Y'all know I get all my news from Twitter. One of the rumors between one of the 2 Summer Walker songs that are featured on this album, this is a completely rumor. Please do not take it for what it is. But somebody was like, she clearly is using AI and using SZA's voice as AI, right? For some of the Summer Walker parts, Summer Walker is using AI and using SZA voice. This is a new thing. We all know that an AI person just got signed or whatever. That we'll talk about that later. But SZA goes online after these rumors. She goes online and put on her Instagram. Y'all know how I hate AI. If you know me personally, please don't ever use my voice in that AI shit or whatever like that. This was right after Cardi album drops and right after people are saying she's AI in SZA's voice. So,
Which Shower Tears definitely sounds like a song that SZA would have
really
been on. Yeah. So that makes sense. Okay. Which brings me to Outside, which also made me feel once again that Cardi don't know how to pick singles, because I think that songs like Hello and Magnet are what she thought Outside was. Baby, if you would have dropped Hello before this summer or Magnet, either one of those, honestly.
this is an Outside stan
That is.
account. Y'all know I love this song. I love it. I love it. I love it. This kind of what brought over the crossover to the Barty gang. This is, after all these years, Outside is that girl that kind of was like. So I'm sorry, yeah, me and Sesali disagree. Outside is that girl. Sesali just like drama. She talking about Magnet, girl. You just want her to come out killing. I like Outside. I wish it would have came out in the summer. We was inside by the time it came out.
It did come out in the summer. I feel
That shit came out at the end of August. It was going into September.
Okay. Fine. I do think it was a good teaser for what was to come on the album. I just don't think that it was as strong as some of these other songs to be a single. Cause when I think of a Cardi single, I think of a club banger, also a rattling in the car. No, I think of Bodak Yellow. I think about shit that actually had bitches ready to tussle, stiletto, punch.
She ain't did that in years. Her last single's been Up, WAP, all that shit.
No, she had Barty. She had
the ones that's been doing good, cause press. Cardi don't need no. That ain't do nothing.
But money had that that deep dark ass.
I learned that on the keyboard.
Yeah. Cardi likes a dark, Outside almost is so bright and up, and it is it's up, it's WAP. But I also like when Cardi gets to her dark side, and I just felt like this album is dark. So I just feel like for a single, that was, not necessarily the best choice, but I'm glad you like it. And people did like Outside. Now,
I just saw what was
let us,
next.
yeah. Now, as we head into the next song, let us, as we discuss Pretty and Petty, let us just have a moment of silence for Bia. Because just to be clear, stay down. Do not respond, please. Because first of all, no tea, no shade, no one's going to hear it. I'm so sorry. There is nothing you can say that is going to match you get what I'm saying? Like the message is just not even, you're going to be screaming into the void, baby. Name 5 Bia songs off the top right now with a gun to your head. Bow, you dare. That is the first verse, the first line of the first verse. She comes in with the chorus, and then the very first line of the very first verse, she says, name 5 Bia songs off the top of your, name 5 Bia songs right now with a gun to your head. Bow, you dead. And I had to try it. And I too would have been dead.
Every single person that heard this song, voluntarily or involuntarily, when they heard that, they literally tried it.
It was a whole lot of money. It was a whole lot of money. It was London with J. Cole.
I didn't get past one. I swear
it was a whole lot of money. It was London with J. Cole, and it was a third song where she talk about, it's not First Day Out. It's like the song where she's saying fuck her label, basically. Like where she's talking about she been hustling since she was 16. I don't remember the name of it. So I guess maybe that wouldn't even count because I couldn't name it, but I could only get to 3. She said that melatonin flow putting us to bed. I'm doing you a favor. Epic, run me my bread. Epic is Bia's record label. She said, every time I pray, I thank God I'm not you, and I'd rather die on the surgery table before I walk around here looking like you. And that's the other thing about the way this is crazy, because she was addressing shit that like Bia either already said about her or that she knew Bia would respond with. Like obviously people talk about Cardi's plastic surgeries to her face, to her body, and Cardi said, and I will risk it all if the alternative was that I had to look like you. And she said, do you want to beef with me? Are you sure? Do she even got a BET award? Sweat me cause you bored. Just a big lap dog. Be a Labrador. Jesus.
One of the things we talked about online was the difference between, which I really want to point out because I think it's important in the Black community, the difference between what she say about JT and versus what she say about Bia is she never calls JT ugly.
Never, not once.
Because she can't, like, and Cardi is a real bitch. And JT is a beautiful girl. Bia is too, but
and that's why I didn't think the slow face ass bitch in Magnet was about JT.
But in this song, Cardi is literally letting her have it like, girl, you are ugly. Like, I hate light-skinned girls I hate girls who think they pretty because they light-skinned. Girl, like, you are ugly.
She said, and I quote, because this was actually really important to me, because if y'all remember me and Pierre's episode about Bia, this was also something that we brought up. You a fake ghetto bitch and I don't like you. Your mama used to fuck around with white men. Disgusting. Girl, you trifling. I hate when a bitch thinks she cute because she light skinned. And that to me was just so important to be. That needed to be said out loud. And we need a light skinned person to say it, because when brown skin or dark skinned people say it, y'all don't want to listen.
Yes.
That needed to be said, because that applies to quite a few of the girls. Yeah, like y'all come in here mixed and y'all think that the light skin that y'all have from the proximity to whiteness just makes you that girl. No, the fuck it does not. No, it doesn't. That's why you thought you could come in here and beef with Cardi like that. That's why you thought you could walk in here and be on Cardi level.
You literally thought your looks was gonna take you in. A lot of times I don't even blame y'all, because it's behind every light-skinned girl that thinks she all that, it's a nigga telling her she is. Because
you know they gassed Bia in that studio when she did that.
They gassed you up because they want to touch you. You should have never even... You was out of your league from the jump. You was out of your league when Cardi was quiet.
And think that's so fascinating. And that's so fascinating too, to come into an industry wanting to rely on your looks, going against a bitch who won in this industry because of her personality. Like, people used to call Cardi ugly. Like,
people used to call
it was all energy. It was all energy and vibes and personality that got. Okay, Pierre. Stay focused. I know it's hard, but stay focused.
But people used to call.
And yeah, and then I feel like the rest of the verse, she literally was just having a key. She said, your breath stank, you got kicked out your condo.
What I love is all of this. I know all of this. This isn't writing. This isn't just in the studio writing. All of this. She grabbed all these facts about Bia and put them in a song. I know for a fact that somebody is going around saying Bia breath stank, and Cardi was like, I'm gonna say it. I know Bia got kicked out of an apartment, and Cardi was like, I'm gonna say it. Like, and that is what happened when you start. I always tell people when it comes to rap beef, the person who goes next has the upper hand. So Bia did all that shit. You gave Cardi ammunition and time to work on hers, and she told that ass belt to ass.
She
belt to
said,
ass.
Why you always at Diddy house? I heard that comb that little kitty out.
And I love how there was a play on his last name, and it was just, is this your favorite song? Just saying that, like, why you at Diddy house? That's such a loaded statement right now. Like that, even right there is just like such a salacious bar. No, this actually not even. I told you, I think you so pretty and petty.
She said, weave to the floor, make her hate me even more. Ho, so easy to ignore. It's been 2 years since you put a number on the board. Because I'm like, and shit, I'm like, what was that? Because I thought it was before that. I thought it was Whole Lot of Money was the last one. I think that was more than 2 years ago.
She said, bitch, you shaped like your daddy. Benzino is her daddy, right?
No, that's Cooler Ray. But she did say they only book you when you can't afford coin, which I'm so sorry. But
that would be the only reason I book Bia. Like, if my fans really, like, if the people come and really wanted to see Coyle Ray, it's Rolling Ray. Okay, come on.
Cooler Ray, R.I.P. Rolling Ray. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just I said, my only note on this, I said, Bia, don't respond. Just take the L, keep doing your music. Maybe things will work out with Nicki.
Girl, please.
Or maybe, you'll collaborate, you got the feature with Nicki. It didn't do what you thought it was going to do. Maybe you could, I believe in you. You could rap okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, just stay down, girl. Stay down, Bia. We'll keep your name uplifted.
Please.
Love the song though. That's my shit. And the hook also very caption worthy. It's very, 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 very caption worthy. All right, next track is
Better Than You.
Better Than You.
You like this?
I actually have quite a few notes on this, but I want to hear yours first.
So, do we supposed to know who Cash Cobain was?
Cash Cobain is he's still alive. Yes, okay. He had a very big song. I just can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know who Cash Cobain is.
Okay, because I didn't. Okay, but not that matters, but I always be like, do I supposed to know who this person is? Because there's another one, Lou Biz or something like that. I'm like,
yeah, literally, I said, who the fuck is Lourdes? That's the next song. That's the next song. I said, who the fuck is Lourdes?
We are aunties and uncles. Please.
I do know who Cash Cobain is. He made that song because I used to, when he first came out in the song, I was like, oh, Kurt Cobain's now who made that song Drink in My Cup. And the kids here to tell me, no, that's not Kurt Cobain's. This is
okay.
Cash Cobain. But he did have another popular song out that was good. I just can't think of it off the top of my head right now. I actually liked it. His flow sound exactly, if you hear him on this song, you know what the other songs sound like. But can I say?
But yeah, I like this song. It wasn't my favorite, but it matched the album.
And I liked his part better. Like the way the beat changed when he get on it. I like that part of this. This song was a chop for me. I was like, oh no. Lyrically, I put Cardi is popping the shit she should have been popped. Y'all done got beside y'all. This was really like her, you bitches done got beside y'allself. I'm finna beat some sense. She was popping her shit on this song. But I was like, it's very Lotto coded. It's just like generic kind of melodic hip hop.
She mentioned Lotto's in this album.
She did. Yeah, clearly we know there's no static between Lotto and Cardi. Lotto is safe.
What?
Lotto has been marked safe during the I Am the Drama massacre.
Besides JT, all of the girls who Cardi has been collabing with are, and probably Megan, are pretty much safe. Glorilla and Lotto, they all have been on Twitter celebrating.
Yeah. Better Than You, I felt like it was just like generic melodic hip hop. I felt like it was kind of Lotto coded, but I really love the second half. Cash Cobain, I really started bopping when that shit came on. I was like, oh, I like this. Now on my back, that is my favorite. Funny How Time Flies is my favorite Janet Jackson song, and I had no clue who Lourdes is.
I thought you were saying this was your favorite song.
Hell
I was about to scream like, bitch, are you high?
Hell no. But I will say this. When we get to the principal, I said, oh, Cardi so rich, she got not one but two Janet Jackson clearances on this fucking album. Yeah. Cardi got money, baby.
Yeah.
Two Janet Jackson clearances on one project is crazy. Like,
but I
that's
like
insane.
On My Back. I like this. These are my type of rap alternative songs, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sesali isn't. She don't.
I don't. Moving right along. Because you know what? Because I don't like a lot of new R&B. I like alternative. I actually like alternative R&B more than what y'all call Harry Coochie music. That's the type of shit I like. I don't really like a lot of like contemporary traditional R&B, and a lot of these slow down hip hop songs just be sounding like that. So I just don't be liking it. Yeah,
I just like because sometimes like when you just in that zone, it's easier to just flow with them. You be talking it. These songs give artists the most time to talk their shit. Like, think about your favorite artist song where they just talking shit. The beat is slow, and they just ran that motherfucking bitch, and they just letting you hoes have it. So, that's all. But
okay, I'm going to address a chill, slow down flow later on. Okay, Airtime, you know I love this. We back to our 2006 Jeezy.
Principal?
No, Airtime. Number 16, Airtime.
Did we? Okay.
We just did On My Back, which we don't know who Lourdes is. You like it, I don't.
Okay.
And now we at Airtime, which it goes back up. It's like that 2006, where she like that Don Julio gonna do it Airtime. I love that.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that at the club yesterday.
Yeah. Check,
please.
Check, please. I
these hoes ain't eating. Oh, I know all the chorus, all the songs.
My favorite part of this song is when she says, you say you die for your respect. Let's find out and see. They say Red Bull gives you wings, but so does Cardi B.
It's Cardi B. So one of the things I love about this whole fucking album is the gunshots Cardi put in these songs. They play a very important part.
Baby. That's why I'm like, this is a massacre.
When you hear that, bap, and I love how Cardi say, bap, she a killer. This bitch is going to jail.
I hate the flow on the chorus, though, of Check Please. I hate how she's rapping that chorus. I don't know what it is about it. I like the wordplay, but I hate how she's delivering it. Okay, Principal.
Somebody on Twitter, and I'm not thinking right now, Sesali is the scholar of the two of us. They said in the title, she used the wrong principle.
Yes, because she means it's the principle of it. So it's principle with a PLE at the end. Yeah. But the song is spelled principle with a PAL. Okay. And that just, a lot of people really, didn't get their passing grades in reading for that, because how many people cleared that and didn't think to say.
Sesali, it's so crazy. I love all this shit. I love all this misspelled words. Like, I just love all this. I love ghetto shit. I love nigga shit.
Yeah. That was one of my overall thoughts on the album, is that, like, I want people to stop acting like we did not know that Cardi was ghetto. And I think I'm going to save
English
some of this for ass last.
Second language.
Yeah. And
she don't know.
Yeah, and like, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this on Ass Last with the commentary around her pregnancy, but like, Cardi is still a hood bitch. I know she rich now. I know she's a pop culture icon now. All of that. This is still just A regular, schmegular girl from the Bronx.
Schmegular. Oh, I missed that.
You know,
with the
I know.
T. Regular, degular, schmegular.
Okay, next song, Trophies. Nurse, she escaped again.
Girl, don't start, Sesali.
Nurse, she escaped again. Nurse. You cannot tell me that is not about Onika. This is the song where I believe she says, is this also the one where she says something about playing with your nostrils? Huh? What happened?
Trophies. That ain't about Onika.
Look, bitches whack when Cardi is back. Look, bitches whack when Cardi is back. They taking place again. Bitches sick. Bitches got germs. I cannot play with them. Shopping bag. I'm back outside. I'm in their face again. They online. They talking crazy. Nurse, she escaped again. That is 100% about Nicki. I'm so sorry. Like, they online talking crazy. Nurse, she escaped again. Y'all know damn well. Y'all know damn well. And you know what? And you know how I can always tell when shit is about. I feel like I always check the annotations when certain things come up, because if it's something that the Barbs think is about Nicki, they're gonna hurry up and annotate it of why it's like not unaffected. You get what I'm saying?
And here's another line. Bitches tried to gaslight me. Now I'm back with kerosene. Bitches be ill, aged like milk. Oh, it's a Dairy Queen.
Yep, another Nicki Minaj diss. I think it's a play on the Queen of Rap.
Correct. And how old she is. Yes. She's a Dairy Queen. She's aged like milk.
Yep. So, yeah. I don't know why the fuck y'all thought her of all people was going to be spared. When Cardi literally will just get on Twitter and tell Nicki to shut the fuck up. Like, girl. I'm not going to say my immediate response to Nice Guy on the air because it's going to get me canceled. But I have this thought every time I hear Tyler, and I don't want people to think I'm xenophobic. Because, girl, I be like, go back to Africa every time. I'm so tired of Tyler. Go back to South Africa. I can't stand that girl. I cannot stand that girl. I can't stand her. You just don't have the sauce that you think that you have. Like, please. No, she don't.
Yes, she do.
But I will say, when I got to this song, Nice Guy, I was like kind of annoyed. I was like, okay, Cardi, like, bitch, this is not the music we want from you. This singing about niggas music. But then I had to remember, she actually did this on Invasion of Privacy too. She had Ring. She had Be Careful With Me. She had, like, Cardi actually is like lovey-dovey lover girl. So I actually had to just let her cook, because
I just felt like some of it was way too premature. Like, girl, you took 7 years to create this album. Please do not be thinking about this nigga that is not gonna be around the next album. Like, learn from your last mistake.
Ass last, we're gonna say.
Sorry, come on.
Okay, Killing You Hoes. This is what she thought Imaginary Player was.
I'm killing you.
I think that this is what she thought Imaginary Players was with the chill flow. When you was just talking about that earlier, like, I liked this one. Like, there's also a part where she talks about how hating hoes like see her shit first. They like must got Google search. Why one of the Barbs annotated that line and had a picture of Cardi like looking herself, talking about some mind you, because I know a Barb did it. I literally took
I think it was good on the research and kind of like remaking a popular song in the past. So I like it. She's smart, she's learning, and it was cute. And this is literally where I stopped the album.
Because after that we just have Up, and then we have WAP. Well, which is surprising. I'm surprised that, what was those other two singles that she dropped? Enough. I was surprised that Enough wasn't on here. So yeah, like, Pierre, what are your overall thoughts on, like?
Very, very, very solid piece of work. I am extremely proud of Belcalis. She did not disappoint. I hope we talked about this last week with Santana. We don't play those number games, even though it's already, because of Up and WAP being certified already, it is already certified platinum after the first day of release. I don't care about it being number one or number two. I'm pretty sure it'll be number one until Doja and Taylor Swift comes out the week after, but so what? I'm going to be listening to this album for a very long time. I was listening to Invasion of Privacy until Apple Music started skipping, like glitching. So Dead is my favorite song on the album. I just cannot stop talking about that because I am very petty just like that. So, yeah.
I also want people to stop Like, I feel like people are very suddenly holding Cardi to this lyrical standard with this album. That is kind of irritating me. Like, guys, that the argument is so we get it. Cardi is not a rapper. Cardi is not a lyricist. What we shown y'all in 2018 when we had every song on Invasion of Privacy on the charts is that we don't care. We do not care. Like, I go cry about it in y'all Evolution of Hip Hop class 102. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, y'all can go talk about it with Onika. We do not care. And that is so irritating to me because, like, we all know that Cardi cannot rap, like it, or that Cardi's, lyrical prowess. Because I actually think that there are other things that still make Cardi a very interesting rapper to listen to. I think Cardi got a smart ass mouth and she crazy, so I think her wordplay be fun and funny. I think that her accent sometimes works against her, or sometimes works in her favor. But that has been something that I've been seeing, like like ABC. FG, none of you hoes can't fuck with me, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the baddest bitch alive. People just kind of like talking about like those, like, guys, okay, fine. And that still don't mean that these songs not finna go up in the club. That still don't mean that her having motherfucking Selena Gomez on a song is not gonna automatically put that shit on the chart. You get what I'm saying? Like, that still don't change the fact that this shit finna go up, that this shit is definitely gonna chart, that this shit is definitely gonna do numbers. It might not be the same numbers as Invasion of Privacy. And I would also argue that that's because we're in a completely different music industry right now than we were when fucking Invasion of Privacy came out. Ain't nobody doing the numbers that they was doing 10 years ago. And you can go ask Onika that as well. Okay? Pierre, why you sitting up here acting crazy? But it like she said, though, she's still gonna be doing numbers that if some of you other girls did, y'all would be popping champagne, right? What happened? Now, Cardi, you ate that. I can't believe I doubted you. I actually am kind of pissed off at you, Cardi, because the fact that you made us wait 7 years when, like, this was the type of music you had is actually bitch. This, I want to know. I want a mini documentary because I want to know exactly when each of these songs was done. Because, no, for real, I want to know when each song was done. Because, Cardi, if this is the music that you have just been sitting on, shame on you for doubting yourself. Shame on you for thinking that this album was not ready to come out. This is a fucking excellent album. I have not stopped listening to it. I know for a fact I'm not going to stop listening to it. Because, Doja Cat finna give us a good album, but it's going to be a pop album. I'm going to listen to it a couple times and I'm going to come right back to this. Y'all know I'm not listening to Taylor Swift. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, as far as I'm concerned, this is my album of the year. So y'all know when we do our that's the 2025.
Baby, this belt to ass. This is belt to ass.
I'm so sorry. I don't know. I mean, Doja Cat will really have to do some. She would really have to repeat Scarlet and up it a notch for me to think that anything she do is better than this album. You did not like Scarlet, but you did not like Scarlet because it was competing with Pink.
Girl.
That was oh my God. Do y'all remember that? Do the real Purse First listeners remember us trying to do best albums of 2023 and us arguing about whether it was Scarlet or Gag City?
The tours.
Because it was clearly Scarlet. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to Ass Last, because Cardi, in the midst of this album rollout, has also confirmed her pregnancy and confirmed that the father is Stefan Diggs, because that, I don't know about y'all, that wasn't clear to me. The way Cardi and Offset been.
And keep in mind, the same question.
That just sounds like something my girl Sweetie would do.
And I live, Sweetie. Because I put on Twitter, flowers don't equal friends. Bitches send me flowers all the time. I don't trust them.
Baby, that is insane. Yeah. Well, we have to stop shaming the girls for dating men who are bisexual. I wanted to say that on the main episode. I'm bringing it here. Make sure you are subscribed to Patreon to get into the ass last of it all. There was still more to say about this album and the ass last. The album conversation did not end. It won't end,
never. 3 weeks from now, we still gonna be mentioning songs from I Am the Drama.
Yeah.
Am I the Drama?
We are gonna be mentioning. Yeah, we're gonna be mentioning, and I'm getting ready to go on tour, and I'm 100% going to see Cardi, and Pierre is too. Pierre gonna be like, don't nobody take no pictures of me. Just like
y'all know how I do. Yes. Y'all know how I do. Don't take no pictures of me.
If y'all see Pierre at the Cardi B show, put that nigga in 4K. Put his ass on a jumbotron. Yeah. We cannot wait to hear y'all's thoughts about this album. Hear y'all thoughts about our thoughts about this album.
So many people, as soon as this album came out, I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say. Everybody, DMs. I can't wait to hear DMs going crazy. So here y'all go.
All right, follow us on Instagram at Purse First Show. That's where you can hear the voice note that I first sent Pierre today on Friday morning when I finally was up and listening to the album. You can follow me at Bad Fat Black Girl. You can follow him at Prince Charming P. You can send us an email with your thoughts about the album. Tell us if y'all think that she did Nicki Minaj. Send us an email. Tell us if y'all think she did Nicki Minaj at pursefirstShow@gmail.com. And leave us those 5-star ratings. Write us those reviews. And with that, we'll holla.